Hey guys, what's up? It's Melissa Masula, your fitness bestie. Back at it. We're gonna go grocery shopping at Lidl together for the week with a heavy focus on the protein, y'all. So we're gonna head out to our local Lidl and yeah, let's shop together. Okay, let me embarrassingly talk to myself in the parking lot before I leave to go to the store because oh my god, you guys, I went traveling with friends the last 2 weekends, and I came back and there were like almost 1,000 of you subscribed. What's going on? I was not expecting that. I'm so grateful. I don't know what else I could possibly say except that I hope that you find this content super helpful. I know that I wish that I had some of this advice when I was going through a big lifestyle change on my little journey. Just wanted to say thanks. I thought that was insane to see. I literally thought that there was going to be like maybe 5 people who cared, much to see 500, and then it blew past that to 1,000, almost 1,000. Like, what's going on, you guys? Anyway, I am very appreciative, whether there's 5 of you, 1 of you, or 5 million of you.
We're here to fuck shit up.
I am sincerely grateful. Let's go food shopping, shall we? First, before we go do anything, I have to go get myself a little treat. A certified little treat. Except that we're gonna get a protein-based one. These has a the venti iced sugar-free protein latte, and can I have that with the protein foam too?
The banana.
I haven't. Is it good? Ooh.
It technically goes on the matcha, like the banana protein foam, whatever. But you can get it by itself, as its own foam, or like put on whatever you want.
I heard people talking about the banana and the mocha together, like that was good.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Try that.
I don't know.
Straw?
Please. Thank you. Good to see you. Bye. I love them. They're the best. All right, let's get down to it. The priority is get some protein, get some frozen veggies back in the rotation, and then pick up some breakfast items. PJ's got some special requests as well, so let's check that out. Shout out to dates, because these are a great sweetener if you want to throw them into your smoothies. They're also a nice little snack. I love to put almond butter in the middle of these things. Very delicious. But the point of these are great in potassium and for fiber, natural fiber. Lidl also has a great alternative to the Dave's Killer Bread. So here's Dave's Killer Bread. Obviously, we like the macros on this guy, but if this is not in your wheelhouse, they also have their own version of that. 21 grains. This is 4 grams of protein per serving. They usually have another version of it that is a higher protein, but I don't think I see that here today. A great option, 80 calories per slice if you are looking for bread. And I also like that this is like real ingredients and it's not like weird diet bread. You know what I mean? Also, I don't need to get any right now, but this is always a great option. Going to Lidl in the frozen seafood section, they always have already pre-packaged fillets, which I think is super convenient. You're able to just pop one out. It's already pre-portioned and go in the air fryer. Love that. Great snack option. We love a low fat.
Yeah, mozzarella cheese stack. Just went back to go get cookies. Little snack pack. It's a 3-pack of cheese and nuts and some dried fruit for like $2.67. That's a great price. But these are a great little snack for protein. If we're on the protein focus. I just ordered like a big thing of Built Bars, so I'm not gonna get them. But like, this is also a nice option for those if you want a prepackaged snack that's like not the worst macros in the world. It doesn't have a lot of protein, but at the very least has fiber. So there's that. I'm gonna bypass some of the fresh produce and go frozen. Okay, so we picked up a stir-fry blend that I'm just gonna whip up with probably the ground chicken this week for a little ground chicken stir-fry with some rice. And then they also have great prices on frozen fruit here. This was a 3-pound bag of mixed cherry berries for like $4.19 or $5.19. Either way, antioxidant wise. So these are the special requests for my husband. He really loves these breakfast sandwiches. Now, while I would say normally I don't love a frozen meat, frozen anything situation if we're trying to stay away from the preservative stuff. However, I will say that this has 14 grams of protein. It is 340 grams of calories. The macros aren't like amazing on that. However, I do think if you're like in a rush and you're trying to keep it cute, like we know this is 340 calories, 14 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber. It's not the worst thing at all. I'm just saying I'm getting it from my husband. Like I'd rather have him that than like a Jimmy Dean. No offense to the Jimmy Deans of the world. Yes, I'm getting discount store soda, okay? It's Diet Coke. And in this day and age, like, let me have a little tiny piece of joy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want my diet soda, okay? That's all I want. Stop judging me. However, for the rest of our week, we're going to be cruising on water. And if you need a little something else, I always recommend, like, a sparkling flavored guy. This is interesting. I haven't seen this one before. This is a protein chocolate pudding. It's got 10 grams of protein per serving, no sugar added. 83 calories per one bite. This is a big chocolate pudding, guys. So I'm gonna grab him this. I'm like, that's like kind of like the whole point. Is that like sometimes it's not about like perfection. Sometimes it's about making little changes like that, so that you're not like rip roaring and like ready to dive into a pie. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm all about harm reduction. It's kind of a thing. So this is another time where you can do an easy replacement to get a little bit more protein. So if you're cooking with broth and you're doing chicken broth, for example, you could do the regular chicken broth low sodium, and that would be 10 calories and 2 grams of protein. However, then you could also do this, which would be bone broth. This gives you more protein because it's cooked on bone broth. This actually has 9 grams of protein versus this one's 2. So if you're going to pick between the two in your protein focus, you would go with bone. Capiche? And then I think I'm done. Okay. So the situation is that we just paid $123. We did all of that for $123, which I think is pretty good considering we got 4 proteins. We've got a few snacks for the week. We've got some breakfast items. We also got some fresh produce. So all in all, I consider that a win. People are sleeping on Lidl. There are so many great deals to be had at Lidl, and they have a lot of great options for people who are seeking more protein in their diet. So take a look around, try to focus in and look at places where there might be some unexpected protein sources, places with a lot of fiber, snacks, things like that. So anyways, let's take everything home. Okay guys, with all that said and done, this was a total of $125.42. I think that's a pretty good deal considering that we've got 3 different protein sources. We've got some fresh produce, we have snacks, we've got some frozen fruit and sides, and We also got, what was expensive too was my rack of diet sodas. And also, you know what's funny? The most expensive thing on this list was the pitted dates. They were $9.99. I'm sorry, they were $6.49, which was the most expensive food product on our list this week. However, this is going to be enough food for the two of us for at least the rest of the week. We are going to be we're going to be grilling some of the chicken. We're going to be doing a turkey meatball. So with all that said, in today's world, $125, I think, is actually a decent grocery haul for us. I hope you thought this was helpful. I'll also include how I use AI and Gemini to help me meal plan for the week, as well as keep a running grocery list of all the things that we know that we're going to use on a day-to-day basis. It's helpful for me to get a grasp of what we're buying for the week, as well as divvy everything out in between meals and people. So if you're like me and you have a hard time sort of getting your mind around grocery shopping and what you're doing for the week, I highly recommend integrating AI into that workflow. See where there are places where I could help you out and sort of streamline that flow for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
Don't forget your grocery bags. What's up, geeks? The judgment. I'll be right back. I swear to God, if I could bring you, I would.
Thumbnail.